media. Atelenada modube, alafu Mamos. Mamos media. Wala nata modube, alafu Mamos. Television on the radio, la Carola. You'll let her get a be. Morka, you'll the winning. Multimedia, Africa, and in diaspora. Atelenada modube, alafu Mamos. Mamos media.
Good evening and welcome to today's news review. You live on Mamos Radio. I'm your host, Rohi Konatige.
Welcome to Gambia Today News Review. Listeners, you're tuned into Mamos Radio on Mamos Media. It is Friday, the 12th of February 2021. I am Nene with a review of the nation's top headlines. The IEC need to execute campaign finance laws. Fatoumata. The most basic and universally accepted principles of political party funding is accountability and transparency. Adequate disclosure of donor names, amounts, political beneficiaries is essential in a functioning democracy. The voter has every right to know. Nay, the voter must know who is funding which party and by how much. But then people who join the dots and see the picture emerge, the links between policy decisions and certain corporates who may have enriched political coffers. Fatoumata, in my skewed vision of the world, transparency means information available to all stakeholders. I think the Independent Electoral Commission, IEC, should implement and enforce an electoral campaign financing law. The public voting needs not to know which political party has transparent electoral campaign finance. The beneficiary political party or politician will ostensibly not know the donor's identity. Hence, it will only be required to tell the Election Commission that it received X amount through electoral finance donation, but will not need to disclose names. The donor company or individual politician on its balance sheet will declare a gift to the tune of X's, but will not announce its identity. The Barrow administration's thriving foreign policy, more foreign diplomats present credentials. State House Banjul, 11th of February 2021. The presidency this week has witnessed a flurry of diplomatic engagements of the president with foreign nationals accredited to the Gambia by their various governments. The engagements, dotted with colourful ceremonies, demonstrate the respect and recognition the Gambia enjoys on the global stage under the leadership of President Barrow. Since assuming office, the administration's foreign policy is focused on strengthening the Gambia's standing in the Committee of Nations, which saw an increasing number of foreign governments establishing relations with the Gambia. Bearing in mind the importance of such relations, the president wasted no time in engaging partners in restoring the country's lost glory on the global stage. Anchored on building international partnerships, peace, security and development, the Barrow administration continues to explore relations at bilateral levels as well as through cooperation with multinational organizations. Consequently, the Gambia enjoys reinforced political and financial support by the international community in continuing its democratic transition, building on strong democratic institutions, respect of human rights, rule of law, and sustainable and shared economic growth. Ex-Justice Minister denies giving advice on execution of 9 inmates. The former Attorney General and Minister for Justice Lamin A.N.M. Jobate has denied writing the warrant and giving ex-President Yahya Jammeh the advice for the execution of the 9 inmates in 2012. Testifying before the TRRC on Thursday, 11th of February 2021, the ex-Justice Minister debunked such claims, saying Jammeh had lied against him. Quote, "I know that the power to give necessary advice for an execution is vested on me. The story in the warrant of execution is false, and I will tell you that Jammeh lied against me. The document he said I advised him about the execution of 9 individuals is totally false. Jammeh is a pathological liar and doesn't respect the law," unquote. UDP members challenged Suku to end speculations. A senior executive member of the United Democratic Party has challenged Abdullahi Suku Singate to end the speculations about whether he has decamped President Barrow's National People's Party. 3 days after reports emerged of his cross-carpeting, the proverbial cat seemed to have got the tongue of the otherwise outspoken veteran Badibu politician. Singate has refused to talk to the UDP executive or the party's media outlets, leaving supporters of both the NPP and UDP in verbal pugilism over his situation. Court of Appeal strikes out state's applications to stay NIA 9 trial. The Gambia Court of Appeal has struck out an application by the state seeking an order for the stay of proceeding at the High Court. The state hired 5 private lawyers to try the NIA 9 case. The private prosecutors who are doing prosecution on behalf of the State Law Office filed a motion seeking a stay of proceeding of the NIA case. The long-standing trial was first stayed by the High Court Judge Justice Kumbasila Kamara, following the application by the prosecution for a stay. Listeners, thank you for tuning in to Mamos Radio on Mamos Media. Have an amazing
We'll be back with the Mandinka News with Lamin Marong.
Assalamu alaikum badum bar konton na toluna konton di mala nalbadi ma Lamin Marong do ka kiyam man san fedan dunta. Bela makan mamu laredi bumbala konton daga kiwara mu futandale wato wati bin kana wala ke bajanin ka ke fonsi ka foli no Bulletin to mani alonko e kan sembentu ya fana bela nimbe na kachan na kibaru lidila kulkono tridi kam na kafu bambe tentu lambe jayila anin nene on Mamos Media Foundation on Gambia ambe kontonna e be doku kendo mena anin Mamos la doku lan be Gambia Gambia bantalam be kontonna anin tridi kam na kafu ba ambe la kafu nyaton kulkono na kafu dum mo be dawda ba fule be ala warka bake semenke na kibaru kulo kun folo di alla janun kadum kibaru famu kono na safar la jato men keta professor Alaji Yoro Jallo ay safro ke kodake ko IEC nyanta ka luwanin sarfulu dirani menia lonko wala be korsuro kala ni nata Gambia la politiko kunyala anin salon ko jumalel be bamburin political party ko men ke sembentu ya ni nata na fulo fanala pour que la do ko nyin continent no ko pour ka nyinke abe kito nyin aba farman sandilale anu aba tinala fanan political member Gambia in salon political party jumala be sembo so kan waran jumala be koma me alonko wala be idema kan ninata na fulola kunyala ko ninata tilingoni senala kola political fanala nyanda ka luwa le deda me alonko wala be korsulo kala kaitendi ko jumala be party nyin wan political party nyin ka kodo sota mun tole anu mene kodo nyum fanan dila ya dila mun dalil kama ko niyamo pour fan soto kake anin ka fuko democracy niyama ba kuma la banko kan rabe kala banko kan woto ay silo ni sarful men be laringol be nyanda ka hormale ni nata political fanala mo kibaro fanan fudan dalma anin wado fanan e koni president Adama Barrow e ko banko jamalu men ya lonko yela moliki pruka na kairulu di men ya lonko nyanda ke la banko ka ke ambassador ti Gambia e koni watolu jamale ala kaido samanan ka itendi ko il Africa coming ka ke si Gambia ka ke la banko la diamalati waransi ke ambassador ti e koni keda kuti me ya lonko ay Gambia to jamfande ansafo ay kan jamfande kanti yemina yitandu don wala ko luwa be tamakan demokrasi be tamakan Gambia wala tin bankulu sawarta pour que la mulki nan pour que ke ambassador de Gambia anu inata ul jura bake ko ni wato men tameda na moja masi meni alon ko ul be la kaydo samane ne pour que ambassador de Gambia mbokki baro fanam futandalma anu men fanan keta ministre folo meme maralin luwa landinyala Gambia anu ay kachake TRL sinyu watulu men keta Attorney General Minister of Justice Lamin M Jobate balanta ko tumuro men kala ko atele president nundo president Yaya Jammeh to moment abe maralola ko itla yamari pour ka molu yemen fa 2012 sango kono me alon ko mo konon to yefa e ko atle yamari president na president unto Yaya Jammeh pra wolu fa mbo ka cha fanan futandalma anan UDP olfana partida nyaton kolu olfana findita pour que la wosio futandi suku singatema pour ka foko ni monburum be kekan pour ayna ay ko senendi ka foko a mambo UDP a saunta barola party nyinto e ko ba hani sain nyo diamo be siaring NPP la party ko suku saunta abe to la party to sain an UDP ko aman saun woto pour ko ni sene e be lefla fu suku yana ayna ko ni senendi mbo kibaro fanan futandalma anu ko Gambia la kiti bumba fanan ya bayro ke to momena ilaftaka kaido sefa kaitandi le pour kiti nyimbe ke kanje pour ay continue mene ya lon ko ni NIA mo konontol membe bulu pour kiti me ba ke kan pour continue e ko bari ki safro ni menke e manna safro ni e manna akuma yandi e man song ni la fa komen ka continue e la kiti bumba nyinto mbo kibaro fanan futandalma nsemen ka do ngadun kibaro nyim fan kono kon ka men fotron na safar la joto professor Alhaji Yoro Diallo ay nyim fo ako IEC inyanda ka luwalu de da me alon ko wole be marala na fulo la lanya la nina da politiko la Gambia ako nga sutero menke dunia lu kono ni politiko be kering e mol meni ya lon ko e ka political party sembentu ya kodola waran organisation lu waran kafubalu meni ke sembentu ya kodola e nyanda ka luwa de da me alon ko wole be korsiro kala pour koku nabe kalaje ay ketilngoti ako ni nyanta ka luwati me ya lonko momo ye kodo mendi anu kafu jumala di waran jumala ya di ani ye kodo nangamo jelle di min be nyanta ka kutu me ya lonko anyanta ka koy ni na raka fuko pour ka politiko ka senendi Gambia ni mu kutu me ya lonko akuma ya to bakane anu a container ako menka carte fay la nyantole mo pour ka long ka parti me ka carte fay war parti men be Gambia jumale lu be koma ani menka i sembentu ya di la mun dalila kama akunyu ni be nyanta ka Senegal ni ngoli long a jarte te mari famole sain isina juben be politique parti juma be men sembentu yala konta batro ko ni men be koma abe ko ite fe akana ke kuto me ya lonko mo kundantan drong wala be taraje ko do kana pour ke fangol nafa ba naka keten akatina le ko nyimbe ka senia nundir raje a continuer a ko folo a kontela mira demanding ngamen soto nyinto wala mo moli ya lonko ila beka e ka carte fay waran i hamobe nyinto ngaje ko pour ka kulu seneandi ni keke mobile suloti ani momo fane ya lonko ila ngandi be je warele ila fraka kulonje na keteten abebe sone ala mol bulle ako ni ko da kuti na Gambia Electoral Commission IEC ni nyanta kanyin luwalu deda ando inyanta ka atamandi fanan pour ka je ko kodulu men kana ana kananu luwa sifa nyaadi lela ako ka fodingolu waran bankudingolu nyanta ka kutame yalon ko ay kay belo sulati femfem be dunna nana naflo la kunyala politiko ko na Gambia abe nyanta ka koyle ako nyimfana ke kuta ni ba lala fona ya lani nyala aman ke fon ka foko be molu tolu bele fola bari ay ke nyala me ya lonko IEC wol sibono akumpatole ka joko kare nangam o ay nyin ko di nangam le dundi ana ya dundi nyin dula nangam le aman jari komen ka foko iba mari to nyim bele fola waran ka fo nyin to be fola bari ka fu ba membe maralin IEC wol nyanta ka long an political party fanan wol fanan nyanta ka suterike hanata ibe kankularo kala waran pour ka fo mole a manke comme nyanta ka mari tole be fo bari sa foko long me alon ko mol salon ko kodo bota damen a manke tapaliti abebe seniyare ne e safet la jato memo professor alhaji yoro jalloti wala nyin safe anu abe Mamos la website ni me lafta ka karang isi futaje ya karanje badu nga continue e ko fanan President Adama Barrow e konyu watolu e abe faraman sakam bake ko molu me yalon ko bantla bankolu e bela molu kinan pour kana ke ambassadeur de Gambia nyin lokun tambila mo jamalu me yalon ko wala nata pour ka trasi Gambia pour ke la banko nyin katela banko toya je e konyu watolu dum fana ya juraro nyinke to momena molu fintita waran banko molu yemen kinan pour kanela kontano ka itande President Adama Barrow la kalafu le ke ambassador de Gambia ani nyim fanan ke taman serlati ka itandi la ko tenko ani kairo membe Gambia wala nyin dolu fanan sawarande pour kana anu nyiyati na fanan president fanan ala Gambia bondi nun comme abloru nga faye ka dundi kan dunia ka fubato anu ifanan si iblo fayno Gambia kam yalan ko side mano nyamen pour na fanko bundalu fanan sir wano nyamen ek bortumo mena at President Adama Barrow adunta ñu office o kono anun ay kolu nun la nyamin ay atinale Gambia suteta bake anun a jefanan ko pour ka de maro sotono bantla bankolu buru kap Gambia dema inkeda kutume ya lon ko abe continue kanne safro ñi continuer akondo ngalo na fanan ko tartanu maral sifa men kono ani sayin be maralo men kono e fatata bakele nun to ka muna fam men soto ani ngandaka kafu ba men kono me yalon ko ka kujuma farman sandi e ni watulu o jama bale soniata andu ñu fanana rek karati me ya lonko wol kono banku jamaay bulo fay Gambia kan pour que de mano fanko bundala anum pour ka korsido fananke eni Gambia be bulo dino lo nyamen ka do ko ke anum ka jo fananko luwa anin Cairo way sabati Gambia banko nyin kan e Mamos la kibar bunda wala ñi fanan bonde iko ex minister be alonko eko atele yaya jamme atlea ayamari pour ka ye mulu men fa 2012 sa kono e katle ayamari pour a fa ano nana keta minister of justice tun lamin nm jobate ayni safe ako e moni me kan tumi ka foko ntelanga yaya jamme pour ka ayamari pour ko mulu men fa ako kula me alonko man soto ayen tumile abe kibaru nyinde kan TRC nyin talata tambila to babakaro tiltan anin killing ako yayin tumile anika ko men be fo makafo ko ntelenga yaya jamme pourka ayamari prawo mol men fa ako kula me yalon ko aman soto ako ngalo ne ka kayto nyim men bondi ka fo kon telenga safe an telenga keden ako kula me yalon ko yen tumile ako adiya jamele en tumi an kula me yalon ko aman soto ntena mana yamari ako mol fana be nyanda ka lonko ya jame wulu kelemu wara wulu fanya fola ba ala safroni yeme itandi kwa ka membe fo mamanson point la newspaper wala nyin safe ane UDP fanna ka fola nyato kol fanam findita e ko suku nyanda ka findile pour kana nyi diam mesang membe keri ni watolu pour kana aya koinde e ko menkeda alaji suku honorable alablay suku singate e ko nyi diam membe keri ka foko a saunta atada NPP pile anu dolu ko membe UDP ol kaman sawu ani ba fala ko sain pray findinan afoina ko nyi senandi e ko ni sainte mai tili sabasi brinyin ko nyi be diamol be kan anu hansain among fintinan abesiring among femfonan anu ila UDP la media fana ya kata purina ay kacha purka kunyi senandi ba hansain among son ka kufo iko andung nyinketa tumo menna ya jamoya adiamuta NPP la partito ko amansan invitation on wala ya si la patinyi na registration on be menke kanu independent wa akubari amache ko menga sound la diamu fulo ay memfo ba han sain amanda purko ko nyin sanende kibabunda men safe wala mo standard la newspaper de badum no continue Gambia la kiti mbo fanan e ko balanta ko ka foko e nyanta ka continue ndirke nyune safaro menke pour ka kito nyimme ba ke kan na kiti bumbato pra e continue e ko bari e manson adu nyi molu men ya lonko e wolel mu be kito nyi ke kan Gambia toyala wol kono ya lonko ye jojolu ye menu tombon pour ka Gambia ka masakunda nyi ka kito ka masakunda toyala ko nyi NIL min ya lon ko na kullo polisolu ye mo kononte men muta jami alan ko la kito be ke kan hansa mansan la mambang e ko in kito dum a metale andum membe memu jojotin kito nyinde wala justice kumba silla andum ayin ko nyim bay ko la fra pour kito nyin abe dame pour ya continue ndige for ala newspaper wala kibaro nyin safe badu nyina kibaro to mo frana tamena ka futa dalma na be ta ko ma sonon la ninga fa ma fo kun saunda al salona harmani na so da malamo nal badi malami maron dol ka kiyam mansa ma flani mbara fanya tonto.
Thank you, listeners. That was the end of tonight's news review and commentary from
Mamos media. Atele nada modu be alafu Mamos. Mamos media. Wale nada modu be alafu Mamos. Television on the radio la Carola. Nyule daraja tabi. Molka nyule winning. Multimedia, Africa, and in diaspora. Atalanta Modube, Alafu Mamos. Mamos Media. Multimedia, Africa, and in diaspora. Atalanta Modube.